welcome to my channel. Today I'm here with a special guest, Vin. We're gonna talk about
Hi.
Royale High 4 for this podcast. Royale High Campus 4 has a lot in store for us, and personally, I'm all for it. What about you, Vin?
I have some mixed feelings and opinions on Royale High Campus 4. Although I'm really excited that they're making a new campus, I really don't trust the developers to stick to their promises about it coming out soon.
I'm not surprised you think that way, but what are you most excited for?
In general, I'm really excited for like a time schedule for classes. That's something I've really missed from Campus 2. I hope that they don't release it in phases and instead release it all at once, and that'll be a lot of fun.
My favorite thing that I'm looking forward to would probably be the dorm slots being confirmed and everything. I would be pretty disappointed if they made it so that you'd have to like rebuy the items, such as like if I had a bed purchased for one, then needing to buy it again for the other.
Slots would be fun. I just feel like I would like never use them because one dorm is expensive enough.
Well, yeah, you're right. That's kind of why I hope they implement more diamond related things in it. So, what do you think about them abandoning Campus 3?
I don't think they're actually fully abandoning Campus 3. I've heard that they're going to post the rest of the phases. I don't know if I, again, believe that. I think Campus 3 so far has been a bit of a disaster, and although I really like it, I don't mind so much that they're abandoning it. I just want them to add like at least like 1 or 2 more classes.
I feel the same way. I personally believe that Barbie should have known what she could handle and what she could not. Abandoning Campus 3, or quote-unquote abandoning, in this case, I guess it could be good. She is a grown woman, and she should know what she can do and what she cannot do. So the excuse of saying they've been implementing this for a very long time, adding little tiny details into everything, just for them to be like, making it more simple is so much more smoother. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm excited either way, but it shouldn't have taken her this long to realize that it was way too much previously.
I fully agree. Royal High is a passion project, but it is also Barbie's living. I mean, she is a professional developer, and the way that the team has been acting recently, like about Campus 3 and not communicating at all up until very recently, it's been very unprofessional, especially for someone who like makes an income and living on this game. I have nothing against Barbie. Obviously, she's human. She's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the 3 years of general silence was very not okay.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the community is not very optimistic for Campus 4, specifically because of how poorly Campus 3 went.
I agree, and it's sad to say, but I feel like a lot of people that have already quit are not coming back.
Especially since there's like so many other games on Roblox that are very similar in gameplay to Royal High, with creators that are very interactive. I think a lot of people are moving to different games, which personally, I'm not interested in that. I think they have made a lot of very poor business decisions.
I agree. When they released Campus 3, everyone came back. They kept the consistency with their realms and their waves, then it just suddenly stopped, and that's
just suddenly stopped and they didn't explain
yes,
why. Yeah,
exactly.
The first like week or so when Campus 3 was out was so much fun because they were so consistent. Everything was going very smoothly, and the beta testing was like such a fun feature. I felt like the community really felt like a community for the first time in a very long time. They suddenly stopped with no warning, and then they took away realms.
Yeah, and they also took away quests.
And right now, I mean, it's been months since Campus 3 has came out, and the game still feels so, like, empty. I mean, when you go on to, like, the shop page, there's specifically a tab for, like, art class, and there is no art class. In your journal, there's achievement sections for classes that don't exist. It feels empty. It feels like we were so hyped up. I think Barbie is, like, too much of a perfectionist, and that's been holding her back a lot. If you look at like old leaks and screenshots, more than half of Campus 3 has been scrapped. I think that has delayed development so much.
I believe the rumors that say that she restarted the entire school because someone leaked it.
She did. Like, I'm pretty sure she has confirmed that, actually. That's one of the reasons why it took so long. The way she kept promising due dates when she knew how long it was taking
exactly
was very much
Exactly.
Yes.
She has like a lot of experience, obviously, as a developer and as a coder, and she should know how long it's going to take her. She shouldn't give herself a due date that she can't meet.
Do you think the prices will increase or become more reasonable in Royale High 4?
I think prices increasing really depends on the quality of the item. Prices have raised since like 2020, but that's just because the quality and versatility of sets has gone up so drastically. I mean, if you look at like sets released back in 2019 and 2020, like Dear Dolly, Shadow Empress, and Princess Starfrost, they're all great, beautiful sets. I love Suki's designs, but they're all just what they are. I mean, like, there is no versatility in what they are.
A lot of people fail to realize what you just said.
Yeah, a lot of people really like are super upset at the so-called price gouging with new sets. Like, oh my gosh, they're charging $80,000 for sneakers, but like, they're not just sneakers. They're sneakers with pants, they're sneakers with shorts, they're sneakers with fishnets, they're sneakers with leg warmers and socks, and you can mix and match all of these different aspects to make totally different outfits using the same couple of items. And that's why prices have gone up so much. But at the moment, if the Starlight sneakers costed the same as like the Dear Dolly Darling Valentina heels, no one would buy the Dear Dolly or Darling Valentina heels because there's something so much more versatile for the same price.
Exactly. I agree that, the prices will increase or whatever, but I really hope that they implement newer ways to get the diamonds quicker.
You earn diamonds so much quicker than you did back in like 2020 or 2021, depending on what methods you use. Generally, people are farming a lot faster now.
I think it's way easier to farm now than it was back then, but even still, it is just XP like you said.
I did have a really easy way to farm back in 2021, but that wasn't the most popular method for some reason. Like, most people didn't do that, even though it was so insanely fast. I would always get on a private server, and I had multipliers and faster flying, and that was absolutely needed for this way of farming. And you would fly through Campus 2 and collect all of like the preset diamonds there that were worth more than 5. Then I would teleport to Enchantix. I would collect all the big diamonds there, and then I would just repeat. I remember when Royal Rebel set first came out, I had no diamonds and I earned the whole thing in a day.
Really? Like the whole set? Oh my god.
It wasn't a school day, and
Ah.
I could get like really
Mm.
in the zone at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would like put on an audiobook and just do my like very repetitive farming method for like
Nice.
5, 6, 7 hours.
Nice. I think definitely music, books, anything like that helps with repetitive methods. How do you feel about the new dev team?
I'm very hopeful about it. I haven't done like a whole lot of research on them, but one thing about a lot of the older developers, like half of them were like high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
I
like,
agree.
college students.
I know.
They were very busy people who really couldn't put the focus that was needed onto the game.
It was also illegal.
And yeah, very. And hiring like a 15-year-old as a developer. I'm a high schooler. I don't think I could develop a massive online game with millions of players.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm glad they're moving to like a more mature developer team. I feel like it's gonna increase the quality of the game. I feel like it's going to increase the maturity of the game.
You can see it.
Mm-hmm. We've gotten so much more communication recently. I mean, like on their socials, we've gotten explanations, live streams in the chat, like saying why it's been taking so long. Like the developers are actually finally starting to communicate with us.
Especially Barbie.
Especially Barbie. Barbie has been kind of like a ghost figure for a little while. Like, we know she's there, we love her. She doesn't talk.
Yeah.
She's always been pretty quiet on socials. It would always be someone else saying something for her, typically. And now she's like actually talking, which is nice.
Yes. And so is everyone else. It's really, really exciting, honestly. It was Such a pleasure to get to share opinions with you, Vin. If any of you in the comments have any add-ons you would like to share, feel free and we both may reply in the comment section. Any last words, Vin? And thank you again for coming.
I just want to say, like, thank you for having me on here. This has been, like, a really fun experience. You're, like, a super sweet person and really fun to work with.
Aww.
And I hope we can do, like, more stuff like this in the future if you're up to it.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.